And back on the air for the new hour. It's 4 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. And this is GJRB Online here in Clinton. This is the GJRB Online Network. And I'm Gary J. Russen. This is the Gary Russen program, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. And we're just doing the news update. It's bottom of the hour, top of the hour. We're just keeping you on top of what's going on in the news this hour. So we're going to do that via the scroll through social media. And that means we're going to go through all the social sites and do a news update. And latest in the news is Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta is resigning his position following criticism for the plea deal which helped orchestrate the billionaire Jeffrey Epstein's 2008 now under federal investigation for molesting dozens of underage girls. But Acosta was the U.S. attorney in Florida at that time, secured a plea deal that ended the investigation and resulted in Epstein's pleading guilty to a lower state charges. He was sentenced to 18 months in jail. Despite facing life in prison on those charges, he was then released after spending 13 months behind bars. He even had his own secretary. Imagine that. He had the details on that plea deal is under scrutiny after Epstein charged with sex trafficking and conspiracy by prosecutors in the Southern District of New York. They accused Epstein of running a sex trafficking ring for underage girls and molesting them in his homes in New York and in Florida. In other news, let's see, we have stuff from my Facebook page, so we're going to kind of go over there and see what's going on there. I'm going to go back to my news part. So let's see, we have This makes for interesting radio, doesn't it? Over 100 earthquakes rocking. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about this hour. Over 100 earthquakes are rocking Yellowstone National Park's volcano. People are concerned about this because they think that this volcano could go off, and if it does, as I always say, we're toast. Really, no kidding. This goes off, we are toast. According to this, because they say that it'll cover the sun and it'll kill vegetation. Nearly 100 earthquakes right now have struck that area. And why did that go off? Yeah, okay. Why did that go off? I'm trying to read something. I think this thing is so rude. Really is. Let's see. I really am thinking about getting some kind of printer ink. And what I should have done yesterday, what I was thinking I should have done yesterday was when I was at the church, I should have found some news stories and printed it up. So that all I would have to do is read off paper, because I'm getting tired of going in here and then finding a story on Facebook and then it drops out on me in the middle of mid-sentence. That just irritates me to no end. I don't care about what they want me to sign up for. I want to read the article. That's what really irritates me to no end. Anyway, so I will find that story again later and read it. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a break here. We'll do a sports page coming up. I'll do sports. And speaking of the sports page, I'm trying to bring that show back, and I'm looking for a co-host. I can't do a sports show alone because I don't know that much about sports. And I would love to have someone do a sports show with me because I'm just kind of getting to a point where I can't do sports by myself. I don't know that much about sports. If I had a staff of people on this radio station that could do a show, I'd give my sports show away to somebody else. I would. I would. I wouldn't do a sports show anymore. I would have somebody else do a sports show, because it's getting to a point where I just don't know that much about sports to do a sports show. But I'm going to work on getting that back. I don't know. Maybe I just think I don't know about sports enough to do a sports show. But, well, let's just see. I think that I could do a sports show, but I need help with things like tennis, basketball, because I don't know squat about basketball. I know squat about hockey. To be honest with you, I really don't know any. I do more baseball and football, which football's coming up, so I'm going to probably bring back the sports page in August, because that is the best time to do, because the football players will be going into camp, which I think is it training camp going to start early with football this year? I know, because I know last year it seemed like it was tail end of July and they were already going into training camp. So, because I know they start the season beginning of September. So, quite frankly, I think it's because I have so much to do, and that's why I'm cutting back on a lot of shows. I'm thinking about really, like I said before, I'm cutting my shows down to 10 shows. Might maybe be 5 to 10 shows, because I can't do them all anymore. I really can't. This show will stay on. The Gary Russen program will stay on, but this show rotation I invented, this color-coded show rotation, I don't even know if I'm going to follow it. I'm doing the video for it. I'm having a heck of a time trying to do I want to do videos, because I am getting tired of getting empty Facebook page Facebook that doesn't let me post my shows for free. And the fact that I have this 45-minute plan, which I got to flip every 45 minutes and lose listeners. So I'm thinking about going on YouTube with this program and do a talk show on YouTube, because I think that the possibility of listenership on the YouTube with video would give me more listeners and more viewers and more hits than my radio show, because I could be on with unlimited without having to be on for just 45 minutes and then flip. That's getting to a point where I'm thinking about doing that. It's really, I've been frustrated for the past, I'd say, a month with Facebook, because they are not posting my show. So I've been going to play some music so that I can post on Convo and MeWe and Pinterest. So I'm going to throw a song on so I can do some posting here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over to, let's see, play a couple of tunes anyway. Some of the ones I usually have on my list. Let's throw in something from my Spreaker, from my rotation. This is usually what I do here. I got a new song. Why don't we play that new one that we've been playing? This guy comes from North Carolina. We debuted him on my show on Tuesday. Absolutely fabulous artist. He's from Hempstead, North Carolina. Has a new song here. It's called So Long, Baby, Baby, Bye-Bye. This is Keith Brooks on GJRB. This is the Gary Russen program on GJRB.
sit around trying to look pretty, but you're fake, deceiving many people whose advantage you take. Some may disagree and you put them down. One-sided slander you spread all over town. I got real tired of your conniving ways. Decided it was time, so I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. But here's what I'm saying. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I don't need you no more. Bye-bye. Drama queen, always seeking sympathy, making others look bad so maybe they will see how you're always right, everybody else is wrong. Let somebody cross you up, you make sure they are gone. I got real tired of your conniving ways. Decided it was time that I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. And here's what I'm saying. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I don't need you no more. Bye-bye. Got real tired of your conniving ways. Decided it was time and I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. But here's what I say. Yeah. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. Don't need you no more. Bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. Don't need you no more. Bye-bye.
And that's fabulous. The Blues of Orion there. And we're listening to the coverage. I just got on the Weather Nation, and they're covering the hurricane, or what, the tropical storm Barry down in Louisiana. Here's Weather Nation.
So know your risk, know where to go should any of those problems occur. And for many folks, it's just about sheltering in place, getting that safety kit ready to go if you're a bit farther inland, and making sure that you don't have to go out this weekend, because it is the weekend. That's kind of what we have working for us. Into the day on Saturday, we're going to still see that chance at strong to severe thunderstorms, but hopefully a lot of folks will be home from work. They'll be weather aware. They'll have that time tonight to gear up a bit farther inland as we start to see more and more of those impacts pushing through. Because the coast conditions have already deteriorated, and we'll watch that taking place here into the next 24 hours. As we get into Sunday, it's just all about more and more of that moisture coming ashore. Those rainfall totals really starting to pile up. And into Saturday and Sunday, for high heat and humidity to continue, will certainly be out there. So if you're anywhere else in the southeast, please know that high heat and humidity will be headed your way. As we talk about a quick look at the northeast, we want to make sure that you're prepared there for what's headed your way into the weekend. We'll likely see a lot of the rounds of showers and thunderstorms from the past couple of days moving out. Still that tail end chance at a couple of strong storms into the afternoon hours today, with that front working its way to the east. But generally things here should be a lot quieter as a high pressure starts to build its way in, and we'll see that low and that front working its way off the shore, with a quick cold front coming through the Great Lakes. That might allow for a few pop-up storms here into the next couple of days. And with these cold fronts, things should be a little bit more comfortable. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s to start off the day on Saturday, and then warming into the upper 80s and low 90s. Want to take you back to the Gulf Coast as we continue to talk about what we expect with Barry. This was in Mississippi City, Mississippi, with meteorologist Brett Adair this morning as one of those powerful bands moved through, and you can see the impact that it had right off the bat. And we're going to continue to see, unfortunately, more scenes like this, and that chance and more widespread impacts throughout the rest of the day today. So stay with us here at Weather Nation. All of your top weather stories at 0, 20, and 40 past the hour, plus more breaking Barry weather updates all throughout the daytime, and we'll continue with our team coverage of this event next.
And that's what's going on down south, and it's like Louisiana in that area. They're looking at it right now, and it looks like it's going to hit ashore, and I can't tell exactly. I think they said tomorrow morning, I believe. And we're going to keep an eye on that. Right now, the wind's 65 miles per hour. This is still a tropical storm. So they're, still considered a tropical storm, but they said this could become a hurricane. So we'll be watching that very closely, looking at the path it's taking. And it looks like it's headed into the south there. It looks like Louisiana is one of the states it's going to hit. West-northwest winds now, movement west-northwest at 6 miles per hour. And again, it flipped out before I could see the millibars. But it's looking pretty grim there for some people down in the south on that storm, as to how strong it is. And wow, I guess the first storm of the hurricane season, if this goes up, it's 993 millibars on the pressure right now. 993 millibars. So that's pretty strong, and keep an eye on that. Keep track of that storm as much as possible here for you here on GJRB Online, because the Gary Russen program is not just entertainment and talk radio. I do keep you informed on stuff like hurricanes and storms that impact, and of course, just hurricanes, but disasters in general, keeping you on top of what's going on with weather at this point. because it's going to be a very interesting hurricane season. This is just, I think what was the first name storm? I think that kind of fizzled. And then Barry is the one that seems to be the interesting storm at this point, and what it's going to do, as it heads into the Gulf Coast. So I'm going to be watching that for you here on GJRB Online, and keep you on top of that. Right now, let's take a look at tonight's low temperatures. 61 degrees in Spokane, Washington, 63 tonight in Boise, Idaho, 60 in Elko. Sacramento, California, going to be 64, 63 in San Diego. Let's go further east and around our neck of the woods here, Iowa. Des Moines, 69 degrees, 70 degrees in Kansas City, 68 degrees in Oklahoma City, 73 degrees in Nashville, and 74 in Birmingham, Alabama. Tomorrow's highs. Take a look at some of those high temperatures tomorrow. 94 degrees in Dallas, Texas, 95 in Houston, 83 degrees in New Orleans, Louisiana, 92 is going to be the high temperature in Orlando, Florida. Miami's checking out 88. Those are some of the really hot spots. Detroit a little warmer than that, 90 to 91, 88 degrees in Boston, Massachusetts, 83 in New York predicted high, 88 in Bismarck. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25:55 on all talk shows, and of course weather on the 5s whenever in the hour that ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour. And sometimes we will do our early weather on the 5s, especially when we're talking about this hurricane. Bearing down this tropical storm right now, bearing down that Louisiana coast. 108 degrees is the predicted high tomorrow for Las Vegas, Nevada. And, wow, that's a hot one. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you're sweltering in that heat. Good grief. It's weather on the 5s, and of course we always do weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour. But during this hurricane, when there's hurricane coverage or tropical storm coverage, in this case in Louisiana, I will do a weather on the 5s early, so as to catch the weather there from Weather Nation. So we did a little early this hour to keep you on top of that storm. All right, let's see here. Got some more stuff coming up this hour. You're welcome to join the program, the Gary Russen program, and here on GJRB Online. And I've already posted on this second part on MeWe and on Convo, so you can catch it there. Also, Twitter. You can listen to it. I'm already on Twitter. You can listen live right there. And get into the chat room from Twitter. And if you want to, I always do, because sometimes when you scroll, you'll lose the music or you'll lose what you're listening to. So sometimes you have to go in there and get the widget, pull it up. You can listen to my show and then duplicate that on another tab so that you can scroll and still listen. Otherwise, you scroll on that same page, you lose it. It happens to me even on the tablet. Where I'll lose it. So sometimes I can't scroll and listen on the tablet, but I can. You can do it on the computer or something. Anyway, let's see. You got the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online, and we're doing the talk here this afternoon on a Friday, and we're going to go over and see what else is going on some of the social sites along the internet. And you can join me in Facebook too, by the way. And very simple. Facebook Messenger least recognizes me, so you can call me there. That is, I'll go back into my Facebook page real quick, because I know that once in a while I'll kind of pop out of that to go to another site. But I have to leave the Facebook open in order to receive a call. And if I don't have it opened, I'm not going to receive a call. That's simple. So I'm going to reopen my Facebook page so that I can receive that call. Anyway, I'm going to go into saved again as we're kind of scrolling down here, but we're going to do a scroll through social media as it continues here on GJRB Online. So I'm going to find some more interesting stories that we're talking about here. And let's see. We already know about that one. Ridgecrest, California, shaken by, again, a 4.9 earthquake. That's the one I was talking about. And this morning, that's the one I talked about, continues. And let's go to that page real quick. But before we do, I'm going to take a quick break here, and then we'll do 50 minutes of non-stop talk here for you, right here on GJRB Online. I'm Gary J. Russen. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening. The Gary Russen program. And then tomorrow, the Saturday Extra will be on the air at 3 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, and 1 o'clock Pacific right here on GJRB tomorrow. So I hope you'll tune in for that. Be right back after the break. Got some more interesting stuff to talk about. And I hope you'll stay with me. We've got another scroll through social media, 50 minutes of non-stop complete talk as we continue the Gary Russen program, Saturday Gary Russen program here, our Freestyle Friday edition, right here on GJRB Online. Be right back. Got more to come on the GJRB Online Network.